Okay, here in this video I'm gonna tell you how to throw a perfect game on MLB 2K12. Granted, there's no system to throwing a perfect game on MLB 2K12, but there is a way to increase your odds significantly. First of all, what you gotta do is don't just go to MLB today and just pick a player who is like an ace. Don't just pick Justin Verlander or anything like that, because you're not going to get that many points for throwing the perfect game. And also, sometimes the aces, they don't have that many pitches. Justin Verlander, of course, does, but also the hitters may be used to it, because if you have a pitcher who is you have hitters that are facing a pitcher who have a lot of experience versus him, you know that it will say on the game they have a good matchup versus the pitcher, and that's not good. Also, never listen to what the computer says to throw. Like, say you're pitching and it says to throw a two-seam fastball, don't do it, because you're playing the computer and you have to throw the perfect game against them. So why in the world would you listen to what they're saying? I know sometimes it will make sense what they're telling you to throw, what the catcher's saying to throw, but create your own strategy. I would say make a new pattern, like make about 4 to 5 patterns a game, like every inning make a new pattern. Because if you listen to what the catcher's throwing and say it says four-seamer up in the zone, don't do it, because it may work for a little bit, but eventually the computer is it's programmed to get hits eventually. So you have to find a way to get around it and to try to not throw a perfect game, basically. And here's another tip also. When you're in the game, you have to when you score a run, just try to get out of the inning as quickly as you possibly can. Because the longer the pitcher is waiting in the dugout, the harder it is for him to pitch better the next inning and throughout the remainder of the game. So basically, once you score a run, you don't need to keep trying to score more runs. Maybe it will get you more points though, but if you keep scoring more runs, the pitcher has to wait longer. His pitch count will not decrease. He won't have as many pitches to throw, and also you're just wasting your time. Because if you score a run, he cannot score a run, and you still have the perfect game at the same time. You know what I mean? So if you score, he cannot score, and you maintain your perfect game. So basically, once you score, and then all you got to do is just bunt, get out of the inning as quickly as you possibly can, so you could go back to throwing the perfect game. I would say to try to do it with here's a good pitcher, Matt Latos. Like, if he's available, he's a pretty good pitcher. He has a nice slider. But you want to go to pitchers that you're comfortable with, also that have a lot of pitches. This way, you're not throwing the same thing over and over and over. That's pretty much it. Because as I said, there's no real system to throwing a perfect game. And also you have to have some skill. But do the things I mentioned. Do not listen to the catcher 100% of the time, because you're playing the computer. And the computer's also telling you the pitches. Do not wait. As soon as you score, try to get out of the inning as quickly as possible so the pitcher's not sitting in the dugout for too long. Pick a pitcher that you feel comfortable with and who has a lot of pitches. Oh, and one more thing. When you're facing a good hitter, like say you're facing Albert Pujols, say you're facing Prince Fielder, Miguel Cabrera, Jose Bautista, start the at-bat with pitches out of the zone. And that may sound crazy, because if you walk them, the perfect game's over. But then you start throwing off-speed pitches into the zone, they're not going to know what to do. If you just throw a first pitch fastball, they're going to just crack it. Because think about it, they're also programmed, like, it's kind of simulation. In real life, you have a four-seam fastball to Jose Bautista right down the middle. They're probably going to swing at it. You got to throw pitches out of the zone, throw off-speed pitches. Once you could get behind in the counts of those very good hitters, and they'll most likely hit into outs. So that's it. Please subscribe. If you have any questions, just leave a comment. Okay.